This is the third video in my series on how to make sleeves longer. Today, I want to show you ruffles, and we'll see if we can't make my adorable little charming shirt find its place back into my closet. Ruffles are super beginner friendly because they hide all your mistakes so very kindly. So I do love them for that. They are easy to do, but just a tad bit time consuming. So I'm going to show you my favorite hacks for cutting down that ruffle time. And when you're out there, thrifting and looking for secondhand clothes, you can keep these in mind. Oh, that would make a good resource for my ruffles. Let's start with the traditional way that ruffles are made. I set my tension very low, almost zero, and then I make a wide stitch length. Then I sew inside the seam allowance at least one line of stitching. I grab that back thread, and then I can slide the fabric along that thread very easily to distribute the ruffles however I like. A more precise way to do this is use 2 lines of stitching. It just lays so much neater. All right, there it is, the right kind of ruffle. Very professional, very good looking. Now let's look at some of my favorite upcycler hacks. So when I upcycle, one of my first hacks is how I measure my shoulder, because I can't read a measuring tape very easily, but if I use a little piece of paper, it's stiff and I can pinch it to the right length. And also, I don't have to go find my measuring tape. So my first hack for this is to use an area that's already gathered. And in this case, I'm just using the waistband from my shorts. And I'm going to measure the width of the side seam like I did in a previous video. So I'm just showing you the previous video so you understand that it's the width plus a 1/4 inch or so for the seam allowance. And I'm going to sew that cuff together. Now in an ideal reality, I might have done my hem first. But since I didn't, I'm showing you this way just to cut down on the confusion. I'm using a double fold hem because this area is kind of public, so instead of serging it and just sewing it under, we're likely to see the inside of that cuff. So I'm doing a double fold hem, and to do this, I just use the iron to press in like a little 1/8 inch crease, and then I fold it over to maybe 3/8 and press it down again. I don't use pins because they don't hold it in place as nicely as just ironing does. I wait to see if I'll really need them when I'm sewing. Usually with knits, I end up wanting them, and with wovens, the heat of the iron is enough to hold this in place. So that's a time saver right there, is not to use pins unless you need them. Now I'm using quite a few because it is a small hem and I do have a knit and it tends to curl. All right, and then I'm just going to top stitch all around that hem from the outside area, and it looks pretty nice both inside and out. Now I'm ready to put the cuff onto the sleeve, and I'm going to just slide it over the sleeve and use the length that I measured previously to figure out where I'm going to sew it down. And I'll pin it so I can top stitch it down. Now don't just pin randomly. What you want to do is go to the underarm seam line and match up those 2 seam lines, and then you'll get a natural opposite for the top of the seam, and you can put your pins in so that you'll be able to just top stitch this down. And of course we go to the sewing machine, and I'm sewing right over where one of those stitch lines already is. Since my sleeve's not tight, I'm not worrying about a knit stitch. If you do have a tight sleeve and it does have to stretch a little, then I would advise either using a knit stitch, which looks like 3 roadway lines next to each other, or a slight zigzag, just so that there's a little bit of play in there when your arm stretches against the fabric. And it's that easy, bada bing! We have cuffs! Oh my gosh, isn't it nice when it works out? I'm just going to tell you, anytime I finish a seam and it looks good, it's like, woohoo! I still get that. Even after all this time, you'd think I'd be expecting it to work, but maybe not. Since hemming is one of the biggest time vacuums in terms of ruffles, My favorite hack is to find something that already has an edge that's finished in a way that I like. But I also want to say that a raw edge is a legitimate choice. With knits, it's going to tend to curl more. With woven fabrics, you're going to see a lot more fraying. And in my particular case, for this example, I'm using a raw edge, but what they did was they actually cut a little strip so there's two different raw edges curling together. It's kind of a fun little design detail. Another hack that I love here is just to use my fingers to measure. They're pretty much the same distance that I measured from my cuff to, or from the bottom of the old cuff to where I want the cuff to be, and then I'm also adding a little seam allowance. And then of course I'll just cut that area off. Now, for ruffles, one of the general rules is that you want them to be 1.5 to 3 times as long as whatever you're sewing them to. In this case, I went for 3 times, and in retrospect, I have to say it was a little bit too extra. Since I already demonstrated sewing the cuff first and putting 2 circles together, this time I'm going to demonstrate the alternative approach, which is to open up the seam underneath your armpit and into the side seam. Now, if you don't have any extra room here, you might have to seam rip this, but my favorite hack is just to snip along there, and when we sew this back together, I will show you how I deal with that little area. Since I'm doing the down and dirty version, I'm just going to use 1 line of thread instead of 2, and I am lining this all up by eye. Now, you can decide to do it with 2 threads. You can also mark 4 different sections, both on the ruffle and on the sleeves, so that your gathers have a little guidance to be more precise. But if you really trust your eye or you don't care that much, you can do it like I am here. I am confident and I'm going for it. Now, when I do sew this down, you'll see that I do take a fair amount of time. There is a little fiddling. I'm showing you in fast motion, but you can see that I'm making sure that I do line those edges up as I go and that I make my ruffles sort of point directly off to the left. So if we sew them at a weird angle, then they're going to hang at a weird angle. And I just like them to sew straight. So that's one place that I do take a little bit of time with this technique. But now that's all sewn together and looking fantastic, right? Anytime a seam actually works out the way I hoped. Happiness. So now let me show you how we deal with that open underarm seam. We just turn the garment inside out. What I pay attention to here is putting my pin in through the seam lines on both sides so that I can match them up. So my armpit seams match up and the cuff seam matches up. And here where the area is snipped, I start about 1 inch before that, where I'm in the old commercial seam allowance, and I start sewing along that stitch line. And as I come up on that area, I'm going to slowly veer out just an extra 1/8 inch or so. Now, since it's hard to see what's going on here at the sewing machine, I'm going to show you my little diagram. So here's our old seam allowance, and here's our little snip. And this is where we're going to start sewing. And as we sew towards that, we're going to do 2 things. We're going to angle the raw edge over to where the seam allowance edge is. And we're also going to angle our stitch from that 1/4 inch to like 3/8. So just a little farther out so that there's no chance that the old seam allowance will show through on the outside. And I'm going to sew that way all the way to the edge. Really easy. It's a lovely little hack to save you all the trouble of pulling out seams. It's in an area that gets very little public exposure, and it's also hardly noticeable at all. There you go. And voila! Beautiful ruffles. And since this one's looking a little too poofy for me, I think I like the other one better. Let's go with that. So ruffles are a great way to fix a shirt that might be too short in the arms, but what if it's too narrow in the waist? Well, you might have noticed that I'm wearing, this has been in our little sewing community really like popular lately, I am wearing a kimono style upcycled shirt. So if you'd like to know how to do that, then drop a comment because I'm thinking about, this was, Ginger was the first one to do this, and then it's just sort of taken off, and I've done 2 of them and I love them. So drop a comment if you'd like a video on this.